cover from the newcomer over on T1, settling right in throughout stage 2. Now up to Zest and Scary. Scary goes down. Zest all alone. Can't find a second kill.
Relatively alright bonus though.
Great re-attack there from
Maybe could have been better considering how many guns they had. Good news is they didn't use the Razor.
Kind of holding on to lamps, not really checking correctly the cross from T1, so he didn't really expect that Izu was going to be already on the site and kind of misjudged the situation.
The roster comes in for
Replay to just re-hit the site once more, get those trades, get the plant even, and
they're coming in Korean, right?
Yeah, given the circumstances, T1 very successful.
Which I had no idea that Extra could speak, but
from Darion. Obviously, this is a round where he'll be looking to use it if he wants to cycle. And now T1, yeah, they have the read that it's going to be pushes out every time. Because here's the thing, if you just sit on your laurels with the traps, then you actually start to get red pretty hard because you will be spread out thin. But if you're able to utilize the traps to your success, if you're playing on the defensive side and push out from
this is a fast way to learn.
Now the map gets easier. So Carpe making the correct adjustment here for T1 to counter that initial push.
Yeah, absolutely. They are getting read somewhat correctly here by T1. Crazy Guy's going to get forced back. Oof, that Dizzy's going to give him information that somebody is at least holding this angle. Zest, though, stops any control coming out of Hookah. Here comes the Blade, here comes the Peak, and they're not really ready for Crazy Guy. You can already see that Executor was just having his iPad out, and that's going to cost him his life. 2 players remaining for T1, 1 more coming out through here, and it's only going to be Carpe as he drops outside. Good first pick, 45 HP. Can he deal with Durian? Yes, he can. And it's all down to Carpe. Knows Crazy Guy's into the corner.
Oh my goodness.
That stun is going to just be annoying to deal with, and Crazy One, they don't really have Rossi anymore, who is that super aggressive
knife over towards Showers. Want to create pressure. Gonna try Joe long.
A team like this, you want that extra bit of, I guess, forcefulness.
What do you think about the comp on Bleed?
We'll have to see how they kind of adapt to that, as they are at least 2 rounds behind.
I mean, it should struggle a lot on attack, but if it gets onto its site, it's won the rounds.
Oh, a bit of a greedy barrier mesh through the teleporter. It is going to block off Shower, so they don't have to worry about that.
But I think you can replicate a lot of stuff, right? That you can have a pretty good default. The one thing that there's a couple of okay stuff with Deadlock on this map. Like you can default with your grav net over towards long, and I use it a little bit like a Viper Molly. That's pretty strong. You can't really fight long against this comp. And then there's a few things where you can wall off here from long. That's strong. You can wall off edge of Showers. That's kind of strong.
Redless still holding an angle right now.
You can trap people in Showers.
The long-range battle actually going to make him lose that fight and allows T1
there's some Deadlock potential on
but it's very baggable with the Vandal in the hand of,
Are they putting double into this? I have to.
Just absolutely delivers that showstopper. Only down now to Zest, 2 versus 1. And he gets caught by Zest.
Shout out to Side, man.
Stax waiting right there in
that
Lamb's
free out.
traps, and then
Gave it a good
destroy them, disrupt that default setup.
They had us believing, or at least
it is being
a little bit.
A lot at the start of the round. You can see Stax actually using it to kind of clear certain positions, you know, so that Carpe can actually start moving in. Rest of T1 at the same time. Crazy Guy does hear a bit of noise right now outside of Long, and the big question is, if they commit to this, he does have Annihilation up and running. Carpe holding the flank, does get the kill on Retla.
Yeah, it was just a Cypher though, so he doesn't expect more than 1. He tried to wait an extra second, but not long enough. So the flank still coming through. Crazy Guy is holding on to back sight, ready to pinch when needed. The firepower weak, but he's not going to be able to get the kill. Annihilation now gone, shut down. Orbital Strike available. Will they use it? Darion got a kill. Now it's a 3v3.
Yeah, they still have the Orbital Strike on both the Brimstones at this point. So that is going to delay things in terms of the defuse and maybe even the retake. We'll have to see how that kind of goes.
And we got attacked
by Execure 3 versus 3.
Molly.
They know that Belong is going to be a bit of a problem
Molly
here.
just landed,
still
I'm pretty
available
sure.
for them, but that is in the line of sight of Stax.
And the Molly's delaying them just long enough. Scary might be thinking about using his Orbital Strike here just for the timing on the spike.
Oh, that might secure it to the swing just in time though. Hey, respect, man. This is actually really good.
Complete with the bodyguarding as well. What a nice thrifty round too early.
I think if you're NRG and you look at what happened this year, you pretty much gotta just side with him. Realize that's one of the only ways you're gonna do it right.
Pretty crowded over on the A side.
Oh yeah. Well, that's a smoke right in their faces. I think Scary right now is kind of hoping that he pushes everyone else to
Even
maybe
watch
go
this
peel
game,
off
yeah,
that,
dude,
know,
and
this,
we got a huge
flash
raid from Curry. I'm
setup
calling
with
well today.
Dorian could get some value, but that being said,
Curry's
you're
out here
absolutely
just
right. They try to
rewarding
rotate
us.
onto that A site. There is a heap load of traps just waiting for them, and it's going to be painful for like somebody like maybe
He
Izu to
really
go
saw
full
the
sack
effort
with them.
levels,
Look
and he
at
just
where
said,
the
you know what?
tripwire is actually placed on A short.
Yeah, I mean, it's just so
Look
much.
at the mini-map.
Sure, you might get
How can you, how are you meant to go up short? Look at how much stuff is here. Dude, they threw the ult into it as well.
Spike now stranded in showers. Bleed accounting for everything. And it honestly just gets even worse now because, as you pointed out, the operator in Darion's hand, now he can shut down effectively 3 out of the 4 lanes here on Mine. And T1, they have to be able to get some sort of dry contact win to start opening up the map.
That's true. But
anything
any
at
kind of
stakes here?
contact just means that, again,
trying
if
to...
it's here on the A site, they all
No,
just play it back to the
basically,
site,
though.
wait for the
Other than trying to just show individually, you should be in tier 1 next year.
Right? Because they're going to be playing
all
far
the
apart
players.
from each other just to make sure that they have still some efficiency with the setups. So it's going to be quite difficult to really find that direct contact unless Bleed did what they did
Live
like
scrim,
a round or two
yeah,
ago, where Crazy Guy just kind of
the live
crossed B-long,
scrim,
got caught. But I think Bleed
we're
are
most likely
very aware of that now.
pretty much definitely the team.
Time.
Yeah, no.
So we'll see what the answer is. Right now, it's just going to be a stack. They're looking for just a full
They-
execute. Trying
they
to rely on the
can't
Beachos
go
to destroy
fast
all
like
the
this,
traps. Is
surely.
it going to be good for most of
Okay.
it?
Aid
And
goes
no,
maybe a
it's not
little
gonna be
bit
good
too
for
deep.
any. They will get the Sonic Sensor disabled with the 0 point, and he's all the way over the truck. Even with the Nerd's Blast
Oh.
Max, he's able to make it. Retla just not
What
taking the
the?
first shot actually
Yeah,
allows
it
Easy
just
to live
was-
over Lamps.
He thought that was
Took
Dorian
the
for a
peak, but
second
wasn't
there.
even
He
ready
just
to
kinda
shoot.
lagged a little
I
bit.
think so.
Yeah, in any case, though, that is a great catch. They had to go very aggressive with Izu. He just had to play
Ed
either
decided
he
to let him
dies
live
or
on
he
that
gets
one.
map control or both. Right now, it is best of both worlds. He still survives, so he still is that credible threat that is holding somewhere on Lamps alongside Carpe. While Zest is trying to go clear it out himself, he's going to have to be going into the crossfire here where he could lose his life. Down to 66. Rest of Bleed now closing in. The fuse is happening. Question is, can they delay it? He's actually just going straight
I mean,
for
he's
his
got it
stacks,
half.
though.
And the
Has
smoke's
mind
gonna
to
still
at
be up.
least clear it out.
Doable.
Zest very low. Smoke should be going down. And can he find him
Damn,
through the smoke?
bro,
Yes,
he actually
does.
got it.
Dorian gets the shot off, but the defuse actually...
Funny how both of them went from a blue team to 2 different red
Reds.
teams. Yeah.
Actually,
Actually, RB's on a red team too. All these TRX
Yeah,
members
that's
are
true.
moving
All
on to
red
red teams.
teams.
What's going on?
red means... Does red mean power?
Not necessarily in Korea.
Oh, okay. You'll tell me all about it later, but in any case, we are going into the next round once again. Stax has triggered his null command.
Is DRX in
They've got
playoffs?
control
Yeah.
of Lamps right now, but they haven't transitioned to planting the spike just yet. There it is. Wingman will come through. Sure,
Wait, the crouch nade doesn't wreck him, it just slows him down?
For now. Oh, Crazy Guy's gonna be in a world of hurt. Yeah, 2 versus 1. Scary. He wants a piece of the buy, but he's about to go. No! He's not the one going down. They're the ones. 10
Dude, he's
HP, 2
actually
kills, and
annihilating
they're
them
still
right
not
now.
done.
It's not even pure kills. Like even the smoke diffuses and the plans that have been going on. Like all the retakes have been him as well. The long one over towards B with the ult, making sure they can't see the spike. Round before.
As Bleed just continued
Scary's
to hit
unreal.
shot after shot.
Give him his ult.
Crispy throughout the entire roster.
How does that even work, right? He was the one to swing out. He gets the first kill.
Crouch
but the
wingman?
refrag was
Yeah,
just-
dude.
Those few,
Yeah,
it's mostly about, are we just better prepared so that we have easier duels?
that's true. But I gotta say,
Also,
they
chat.
placed themselves there. So
Where's
they
the
get that
consistency
quick
with
retake,
Wingman?
and it did not happen at all. Ooh,
You
Dorian.
can see breach.
He wins,
What
okay. He
the?
was at least setting up his boom bot, so he has to back
Oh, yeah,
away.
that
but that is a
crouch
great
grenade, though.
grab
Look
that
at
came
it.
out From Crazy Guy could be a
So
great little pick
stupid.
here on the stack,
Kinda
but he
strong.
fights back. Now Izu comes around, helps his teammate out.
I can Wingman, when he gets ulted by a breach ult,
Molly's just to kind of
will
allow
die.
access for T1 to plant that spike.
Yeah, you
but
can
it's gonna
jump
be
on
difficult.
Abyss.
You don't really have the utility nor the shields, but they have picked up some weapons.
And Showstopper now out, so everyone has to be pushed far out. The 0 point
That
is not going to
great
cancel. He
knife,
fires it off
man.
right in time. And now Bleed all on the site, but it's still a pinch. They're so concerned about guard, and Izu still hasn't shown himself. They know that
I mean,
he must
Raid
be
Boss
around
Scary
here
is
somewhere
alive.
on the site.
Look at this
Scary,
guy, man.
Another double.
Yeah, he can't lose
Spracer,
retakes.
He's now guarding once again. Izu just cannot find the kill. The defuse is still being stuck.
Can't lose
And Izu
retakes.
pressed
Done.
for time. Cannot find the angle. Scary with an amazing triple kill.
They got the trap set up with the post plant and everything, but then
Locked
somehow
into
Scary
2026.
is able to
Yeah, he
thread
might have
through the
secured it.
needle and get these very crucial picks to retake momentum of the round.
Oh, well. I mean, I'll be honest, Astray, I'm kind of hoping T1 gets a couple more rounds because I would love to nerd out about the offensive capabilities of this bleed composition. But right now, it's not looking like we're going to be given much of a chance. T1, they will break the early barrier mesh, gets taken down immediately. That's a good little move. The orbital strike just to clear out the site. Zest is going to get traded by Carpe, 1-for-1, but no raise on the side of T1. So they need to make sure they take the space right now. Split up with the orbital strike.
Ray bust down.
Can Saya player get the kill and get out with the spike? He's just going to be hiding in the smoke. And Spike now sent out with Wingman.
Yeah. Wow, Red actually gets a pick from the back of the site. Will get refragged by Saya player. Durian is here with the operator. Crazy guy comes around the corner, down to 2 bullets. Can he hit the shot? Not gonna be the case. Durian by himself can isolate a fight before he gets the refrag, but no, not gonna happen. As Saya
That's all they gotta do, man. Take down Scary. This is actually a nice hit, though.
What we just saw there was Saya actually giving so much respect to Dario, which, by the way, he doesn't do much of against a lot of other duelists because he used to be one of the top for sure. Yeah. But he saw
any pro
Darion
player relegated from tier 1 to tier 2 that miss watching him be
as well, who was somewhere kind of stuck, not really stuck, but far away still unguarded.
Mrs. KO Mollies. Okay, thank you for that.
That being said, though, setup has kind
There's always
of shifted
one,
a
man.
little bit here for Bleed. Now, Sentinels are available on both A and B side.
Yeah, and T1, they've really started to push the tempo up and
Zest.
just say if we get a close tag, it's going to be the trip's gone. But Zest, like you mentioned, creeps up, gets the quick reaction against Carpe.
They're super
Both of them
proactive.
running right into each other around the corner.
I'm telling you, this from T1
no Sentinel, your lurk is gone. You have to commit to this A site. The
real
spy camp's
hard
still
to play
alive,
against.
right outside of
I like the
Showers.
idea here. Double
T1,
smoke's
they
gonna
just
block
can't pick
the
up their mind. They just don't get much value out of the Thrash. It's not like they've locked anyone up.
block all
The
angles
one
on the
play comes out
official,
from
so you can
cyber
hopefully
cage.
get one with official.
Sure, you have 50 seconds on the
They
clock,
don't
but
really
you
have a
no information on
don't really
other
have
parts of the
backup
map.
plan.
Absolutely, and I like the positioning there for Durian here. He was already on top of APC just so that he can maybe shoot somebody that was following up of the Thrash. But that molly that we saw from Execute was good enough that it, or sorry, not Execute, but Scary was good enough that it forced away the ultimate from Saya player.
Oh, and here's the annihilation just to draw out more time. Yeah, a little bit
Dude,
of a
look
miss.
at this camera on
It's so
Scary Guy,
tricky.
man. It's just a
I love
monitor.
it, but it is very tricky. But
There
at the end
is
of the day, it gets the job done. Just trying to delay.
2%
Darion's able to
I see of
clear
him.
it afterwards. A nice 1-2 punch against 2 T1 members. Izu gets through, and Stax immediately swings off of it. Good timing, but the spike gets stranded and short. Stax, he's just going to have to run in and win the duels.
Yeah,
He's gonna have
a lot of
to
time
be able to
against
plan
the
it
raid
safely.
boss. He doesn't mess
They
this
give
one up.
him an opportunity. They will, and Scary will actually win out.
Okay,
in
let's
that
see
fight.
what this.
Yeah,
Thank you so much for the tier 1, man. Appreciate
more
that.
free than ever to just lurk
Thank you for
outside
the
of
3
showers
months.
almost every single round. And
Is there a game after this? Nah,
menace.
dude, it's just this.
Defender's gonna use one
But,
of their smokes to try to make sure that they
there is a
maintain
banger game
control of
tonight
the
for
B long
Americas,
for the
though.
time being, and Bleed happily
But
just
EG
gonna wait this
100
one
fees.
out, right? It's a limited number of smokes.
Yeah, this is what I thought was going to be happening.
Ooh, the
This,
Octa.
Yeah, we're the grav net.
Grav net
just
that
to
goes
clear
over
things
towards
out
long.
all the way around guard and forces
called
him
out here,
So
you
if he was
overwhelm.
stuck on one side or the
I
other,
would
Gadget
probably
gets slowed
not
down
use
and
the
crouched.
dog this
Or he
early.
gets
I'll
hit
probably
by
use the
nade
dog
side.
afterwards.
Find some nice
Don't know if
shots
they
though.
mistimed it.
I believe there is a heal from Zest here, so they can re-encapsulate a little bit, but this is a challenge. Stax and Execurate will be able to hold it off for a little bit as they wait for Stax to help it out as well. That is going to be the stop of the push. And so
Yeah,
much
I mean, the
committed,
B hit has
smokes right now, so
some
maybe
has a
the call right
chance.
here for Bleed
B hit
is to
with a
start
razor
rotating
or
around, but the big
something.
problem is if they do go for that TP, you can't see the Carpe's
that'll be
already
around.
creeped up on A short.
Yeah, the TP is going to be a full risk. They did have 50 seconds, so they
This
could have
one,
slow
though,
walked it back through a short, but they're
pretty
just going to
wreck.
say, hey, we've walled it off over in the back of sight, so we know that they can't fully be stacked up there.
There's a wall at.
Close angles, waiting for the trade. Scary not able to get it immediately. That will just be T1 looking to close out the round. Retla not finding the headshot. And Izu will get the last kill, putting... Now we'll see Marshall coming out here for T1. Bleed just going to be sticking with 4 classics. They do have an upgraded Sheriff, so they have some form of investment.
Oh, good shots. Okay, Snakebite already burnt out here against Carpe, and no real big damage
to
the Bleed players. This is also smoke for
Izu,
smoke, so they are taking
Izu could really
some
farm
crucial
him up here.
resources away from T1, slowly but surely. But of course, these pistols not really going to look too good against, you know, something like a Marshall, a Bulldog, basically all of the weapons that T1 has right now.
Yeah, it's going to be a rough one. They'll go for a bit of an execute, the barrier mesh, just to try to block off any sort of backup, but it is still already 3 people, full control of Showers as well from T1, as they've already gotten 1 kill against Retla. Now it's going to be the fragment on top of the paint show. Spike does get planted.
Yeah,
so
it
Bleed,
solve the plant, but it's still nice.
We'll
I kind of worry a little bit for Bleeds. There's a bit of an element, oops, a bit of element of this as well, where it's like they kind of just have shown what they want to do. Both sides at the moment.
Scary's going to be able to feed off of that. Unfortunately, Stax is able to get
a little
refrag, and T1 is striking back.
Fucky Outlaw.
I'm kind of curious how this kind of pans out.
There is
I'm assuming in the
no one that can get one shot.
Obviously, it looks really good. I'm just kind of, you know, spitballing
Bro, I'm
here.
telling you,
How
man.
is this going to go
What?
in terms of the offense? Sure, they have some setups.
This camera is crazy. This guy's in his monitor.
Then, yeah, in terms of speed and just straight up firepower, it's kind of evenly matched. So things like that with Stacks.
Yeah, is this too over the top, or am I just the only one that is worried?
Yeah, that
they're not going to get around on attack.
Play there from Bleed. I mean, not one that's necessary, but I think maybe also just trying it out since they do still have a bit of a.
I think they actually might have needed like 11
second half.
on
Normally,
defense.
anyone's taking, oh, okay, Izu just finds the knees and goes right for the wall bang. But normally, if anyone's going to be taking dry contact here from the Bleed side on the attack, it's going to be the Cypher on a timing, right? Going for that lurk, opening up the site a bit more, and then you start to inch forward. Now, earlier already on the pistol, we saw one of their lineups.
You're going to play double Sentinel, you need to run an Omen instead of Brim to help your attack.
What you see with this composition is Gravnet on one side, and then paint shells or other sort of, you know, molly, something
you're
else
probably
aggressive
right.
on the other to pinch onto the defender so
and then
they
you
have no
just
way
go
out.
B.
So you absolutely secure
I just don't think this
get
comp
up
can
to
go
right
A.
up to the entrance of the site, and then you go in. But this time, Bleed, like you said, just trying to up the tempo with contact, doesn't pay off. Stax is ready for it.
Yeah, and that could be
First
a
buy
very
rounds.
bad thing here for Bleed moving forward.
Yeah,
Again,
I mean, this is kind of smart in the sense that they don't give them the extra guns to pick up, even though there are guns already that they can upgrade. It's pretty nice for T1. It's not a good sign where against a bonus you get no bits of damage. 3,000 for everyone.
Gonna be looking to try to
3 people that can get one
here
shot.
with some of their purchases. It is the Stinger upgraded up from the Shorty here for Garyon.
Yeah.
So a little bit more. There's the grab net. Oh, he hears him taking it out as well. There's a Trailblazer.
Yeah, hold up.
But he waits out the snake
Hold
line.
up. You go through the choke point.
Too far out.
Smokes it down.
Covering him.
Wall is up.
Has him trapped.
And they get a plant.
Carpe gonna get out in time though. They're still holding on to backside, but they've already rallied all the way
Dude, this
through.
one's
Lamps,
looking
a lot
alright.
of
12
damage to
HP.
Carpe as well as a kill.
Smokes are gonna
It's a
go,
1-for-1 trade
but
for
they
the
have
time
no
being.
showers
I think they
control,
realized as
so
well
it's
because
not
of
the
those
end of the
shots,
world.
at the back of the site, that someone was trapped because of the barrier mesh. Now it's going to be the retake here for T1. Everyone's starting to group up at the back of the site. Crazy guy just getting all that crucial information. I think he did spot X-Ray
then insert one lamps.
as well. If he waits a little bit more.
Yeah, the guys are now going to take showers.
Okay, so he has the sensor holding lamps, so you don't see anybody here from T1 willing to kind of cross that. And the rest of Bleed actually going for the wraparound.
Yeah, I love this actually, just hoping that this is going to force T1 to leave the site a bit to try to regain information on B, which is
knife
what's
goes in,
happening.
they
T1's
realize they
not
want
gonna
to go
commit to the
towards
rotate,
it.
but
12
they are
HP for
spread
Carpe.
out. And now Bleed, Scary, a nice jiggle out. It's a 3-man push in from Shower Stacks.
Yeah, they're on threat.
Too many targets,
Oh, they're really on
the
threat.
push in from Crazy Guy, close range with the Stinger. What a call from Bleed Esports. They get the spike planted. Still not clear just yet. 3v2.
The timing is executed, whips out the molly, only down to Science Player into the corner.
Damn, they annihilated them. They're on the board. Okay, I mean, they got through the choke point. That's one of the things that I was worried about.
This was just such a good call.
Yeah, it's a rough way to go out for NRG.
Just kind of make T1 second guess themselves. This is the amount of control in bind that's very difficult to kind of have. But somehow Bleed are making it work. Maybe it's because, again, T1 doesn't really have that Sentinel kind of fall back on, get that crucial information like if you would have a Cypher. But
fun to watch,
Bleed
though.
recognizing that and making use of it is definitely helping them out a lot.
Yeah, I think also T1 does understand that the strengths of Bleed's comp is going to be coming out in that post plan. So you don't want to give a site for free. So when it's 4, if it was 2 or 3 people, maybe you just keep the stack. But it's 4, so you think you're safe to fish for more information. Doesn't come through. Here's another grab net. It should be landing right around the truck. It's going to be right behind
coach, would you keep
no
FNS as my IGL? Yeah, I think he showed me he still got it.
But most crucially, no control of showers. So T1, still a decent post-plan position if they can break through this barrier mesh in time.
Like, honestly though, if you just look at them, it's not like their attack needs any change. Like, it's a lot of their defense stuff.
Market here, so they have to wait from someone from T1.
It was never their attack that let them down, and that's a lot of what calling is. On defense, it's just cool setups.
They're trying to draw out all the utilities, but here's the thing: T1 has no reason to leave because Excurit's already pushed out of B as well. So T1, even without a Sentinel, now they have full information that it's going to be an A hit. That Bleed has to come in. The Thrash comes in as well just to try to stop it. There's a blast to push him off. He still has to stick it, but his teammates are all falling around him.
Big swing from Showers. Yeah, they gotta take Showers control.
And T1 will clean house.
Yeah, and this setup now, the 2-tap everyone when they get to officials. And Karen decides that he's not gonna lose a clutch.
So again,
when he gets to them.
Be a target onto the backside for the time being. Annihilation just to try to buy space.
Oh, nice.
There's the strike and splits them up. Like
See, this is a nice hit from them. They got some nice stuff. This Showers duels everything though. Oh my god, they're gonna win.
And he does right on a dime. Turns and gets Izu, gets control of Showers. That is post-plan control for Bleed.
Oh no.
As Scary cleans up one part of the backup as well. Only 2 members now left alive for T1.
Yeah, this is falling apart. For T1. They can actually go for the play right now, even though it's a 4 versus 2. They have the money to buy up into that next round.
Raiders from
Wall, not perfectly
Raiders
placed, so
from Curry Stream. We don't really flame hit. Again, the way that I describe it to the new people, whatever you would say to the player's face, that's what we.
You just went for site control. But it does look like it's
I think there's a couple of teams that there's a couple of teams that maybe have a bad read on the meta at the moment. I think K-Corp is like the biggest standout of like a really good team that I think has a bad
That's true. He was blinded
read on what they think the meta is.
Get any form of value with his ultimate whatsoever, and Carpe wins the shower duel as well.
God, this one's a shocker, man.
Bleed is to just rummage out of A and start going in for B. Excrete though, waiting underneath. The drop down, the kill, the double, could be the triple. And
damn, dude. Stays alive as well.
For T1, other than just bumping himself out of harm's way.
Here we go. Now we see the grab net, but no other further use.
Grab net with the dog to push them out, and then they're oh wait, this one is legit.
So good, and this is what you have to watch out
This one's legit. This one's actually sick.
Right as the grab net lands,
you heavy push them out with the dog, follow it up with people, and then you have a grab net that lands here that catches them. This one is really cool.
As they peek out, but Bleed, they might be going a little bit too deep into things, and they are getting punished ever so slightly. Now it's a numbers advantage for T1. Time is still in their favor. Scary holding on as he starts to reposition.
This strat deserves a round win.
The rest of T1 now
do it justice.
Outside of the back of the site is going to be quite difficult. Scary just cannot find that first pick, and Red Blood cannot get back into cover. He will get shut down.
No justice in the world, man.
Pick up another.
Yeah, Redlow would have loved to have just an extra second to reposition.
Why did they,
But like you said, the execute was good.
The chat is focused on the pole.
And Izu, did he hear the jump? I think he might have. Oh no. He's scouting for it. The crazy guy not aware.
Kind of nice from Bleed though. They do loads of heavy shorts at the beginning. It forced them to realize that they have to hold Showers heavy, and then they do the big Showers crouch nades.
Short is cool. Exposed still. Durian just jumping up on top of bench, gets the catch onto Excrete, so it's an even 4 versus 4 as the round continues.
Darion's very deep, so Carpe doesn't want to risk it, wants to just wait until the backup arrives. Thrash comes out, pushes Darion all the way away. There's a Tain onto the spike. He gets taken down. Zest down,
and
Spike
no
stranded, Mosh being thrown. Retla gets spammed.
Gotta have some mount control.
Here on the site. There's no exit. Darion down, Scary, the last one alive. Full health and armor. but just a Molly and his Vandal to trust.
Yeah, he's already committed all of his smokes as well. This is the last one right in front of him. Gets spotted by the jump spot, and stun from the wingman will seal his fate. And we are double digits between them.
Molly line up, right? And just do insta off the back.
That Bleed will try a different part of the map.
They could literally do the same thing over towards showers, towards long.
Okay.
Insta Molly line up.
There it is, beautifully executed by T1.
Yeah, okay, pretty much is that.
But they don't have the space to really get any kills whatsoever, and Izu still holding
They had some nice ideas behind this. It wasn't.
I mean, if they had other weaponry,
he collected all of the stuff
the
teams have from Deadlock and put it all into one map. It would be pretty good.
Yeah. See what he can do. It's just a stinger, so the long range not going to be.
But it is always going to suck on attack.
They have lost Durion too, so their way to jump into the site is gone. So it's all about that slow creep up. Thankfully enough, Scary still has 2 smokes left in him in his util. He's going to use it right now. They are going to try to go for the cross. Carpe does get that contact first.
Yeah, they are not getting this plant down unless they go back site through lamps.
The back of the site. The double up for Bleed here is allowing them to get these crucial refrags, but of course the pocketed positions of T1 will yet to be exposed by them.
Oh, and Revla gets stuck off the orbital strike. That's a heads-up play from Excurit. Sure, the trade happens from Crazy Guy.
Can he run to the other side?
He spots both, he might. Woo. He should have time, but he's been dizzied, so he has no idea where to turn to. And Saya will not miss that opportunity.
Some stuff on certain maps with the wall.
All the way out forward, so not the best situation here for T1.
You could do some certain stuff where you had like
quote-unquote old in the sense that T1 have
honestly, maybe you could do some, so like say you wanted to take over towards Hookah here, you could like put a trap on the wall, then you could put a camera that can only get shot from that side. The person shooting the camera has to get stunned, and then you can push in. So maybe you could default with some of the other util, but you got to back it up with something.
CSS just waiting for the Dizzy. See if there's a
Could
scout
actually,
out, but if there
that's actually not too bad.
Want to push forward, but it's going to be the 0 point that's there to greet him. As soon as he hears a piece of util, it's going to be shutting them down.
I think there's a bit more potential maybe.
Fragment out as well, perfectly placed at the entrance. I mean, there's no hiding this, but Zest will get the kill, which might be the opening they looked for. Mosh Pit, now Molly as well, followed up.
Yeah, TP goes out. We got the one way over towards showers. We're doing the usual setup.
Having to take contact one by one. Single snake bite still available for Carpe, slows him down.
Yeah, we do, but we had walls up the whole time. This guy's not hitting the ults.
Yeah, lovely use on that blast pack. And Scary
what do they do?
Cannot find any form of recourse here. Redla attacking under the side, but it's a game of peekaboo that he is just
I mean, shout out to Carpe
here.
here. They, like, Bleed had one chance to get through once the wall had gone down and they took the TP. Can beat the smoke out, but as soon as that Molly goes down, they gotta try to send it out and hope they can trade him.
Oh no, even that.
As soon as that wave ults, smart rounds, big rounds, use your util on this round because it's worth 2, can make him eco. The whole understanding really leveled up this year.
The payload gets the catch on the Saya player here though. Do they know? Ooh, that Molly's gonna stop them though.
But again, yeah, it's Molly, it's the Mosh, it's the Snake Bite, it's the Fragment. There are just so much AoE on the side of T1 that Bleed not able to break through it quickly. Grabnet already gone, Showstopper gone as well, only at the cost of a singular Molly out from Brimstone. Of course, in a couple smokes, but so much delay still left alive for T1.
And Null Command's still available as well, so if they commit their utils, it has to be at the start of this push and not cascading it.
Wall up into KO.
Get that information. Oh no, what a shot from Saya player. There's a Null Command already. The wall comes out, but look at that flash coming in from the Dizzy. This is just allowing T1 to clear out every single player of Bleed. Molly again. And this is horrible for Bleed. They can't push into the site anymore.
But I mean the comps.
This is like the most ideal round.
I felt like they needed 10 or 11 on
You get the double flash,
defense, just because of the comp. They had some okay stuff. They maybe needed to try bursts like this a bit